Okay, I'm here. I made it. Well, that was kind of cool. I don't know what was over there. It's not even on the screen. There was like a little glass window that you could see people through. Yeah, how do they have that? How do they have individual go-karts? I think the people on this menu are cheating. Anyway, let's see. This time, we build in another desert. It looks exactly the same. It kind of sucks. But our goal is to embrace capitalism and charge the hell out of people for food and beverages and merchandise. And I plan to do just that. And look, we even get to start off with all of this. So hold on, let's pause. What are we charging? No, that'll never do. $2 for lemonade. I don't know who would want to buy a starfruit drink at an amusement park, but $2 for that. You better be thirsty when you buy it. $2.50 for chicken nuggets. I'm going to elect to not charge $20 for umbrellas because I don't want this to take 5 seconds. But at the same time, it sounds kind of funny. Nah, screw it. I'm going to do it. What's the worst that could happen? We finish the park in 30 minutes? No big deal. Cuddly toys are $3.50 now. Welcome to my park, I guess. $2.50 for sunglasses. We don't need sales. We just need a few influenceable people who are easily pressured into purchases. We need some impulse buyers. That's what I'm trying to say. I might as well run the game while I'm doing this. Everything is like $2.50. Now, this is what we call strategic marketing, okay? Across the street is Starfruit drink for $2. That's expensive, right? But now you look at the iced tea place, we're only going to charge $1.70. Now here's the thing about that. You look across the street, see the cheaper price, you buy it, we're making almost the same amount of money anyway. It's marketing. You think you're getting a good deal. $2 for pizza. That's honestly that's a steal. Especially if this is like a Sbarro's or something. Alright. What do I want to build? Well, this will just make it like my local mall if I build a carousel, a food court with a merry-go-round right in it. It's how you live life. So I think it's only fair. The merry-go-round's $1 because I get no benefit from charging people more. What do I want to do? Sure. Classical / Roman. Deep water. That's a cool color name. It kind of looks like a corrupted JPEG. Look, people are buying the lemonade even though it's ludicrously expensive. I haven't finished my lemonade. I've already got lemonade. This lemonade is really good value? What? How dare you? Is that really what you're thinking? You take that back. Okay, good. You speak like that. You know what? Because you said that, $2.20 for lemonade. I don't care. Well, making one of these little boat ride things seems like a no-brainer considering the park, ? I can words. I mean, they give me a whole river here. I don't have any good names. Even if I had any decent names, we already did them in the previous park. That's going to be the biggest struggle for me here. I don't know. I kind of like that name. I'm just going to use this as a placeholder. I want the vertigo inducer so that people drop their expensive merch and have to buy more. As for boat hiring, we'll call this calorie expenditure experience. Yeah, that's a name. Ride the boat and then get off the boat. Actually, I should put the entrance and exit closer together, I think. I lied. I don't like that. Well, sometimes you gotta kill some trees to make an amusement park. We'll just say we replanted it. I'm very distracted by this little fishing game in the corner of my screen. As an idle game enthusiast, I approve. I mean, really, I think the park's perfect. I don't really think there's anything more we need to do. Just gotta wait for it to rain and we're done. Debating putting a maze. Who doesn't love mazes? I mean, I guess I need something more thrilling, and this is the only thing I can choose to build. So, Uh, what do you call these things? What do you call anything? Why is naming stuff so hard? I got nothing. I guess I'll just leave that one be for now. Can I build an ATM? Is that a thing yet? It is. Good. It's gonna be front and center. And you know what? This might be a little crazy, but we're gonna have 3 of them. That way we have maximum spending withdrawal power at any given moment. Oh, they don't even have a bathroom in this place. That's easy money, too. We're gonna have 2 bathrooms just because I think it looks more aesthetically pleasing. I don't think you can charge people to use the first aid room, can you? You cannot. What a waste of money. Alright, let's build a roller coaster. I'm thinking something simple. Let's build a junior roller coaster. I really don't like the Roman aesthetic theme, I have learned. It didn't take me very long to learn that. Also, I completely forgot that I need to build trash cans. I should probably take inspiration for this little food court idea. This is like a little bit more advanced than what I do. I like to abuse the walls intercepting the paths, but you could do so much more. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted it to say. This game knows me so well. It looks French. It's perfect. Roman, you see. Very good. Hello, Cupcake. Hope you're doing well. Now available, the circus. I'm glad we invented the circus. That's good. With scams like that, we're sure to make a profit. Why are you a failure? No, you're not. Take that back. I better make sure no one thinks that I'm charging too little. I'm not paying that much for iced tea. Yeah, well, you're not the target demographic, so go home. Over what? I can't imagine you did anything that bad. Look, you could be my mechanic, and you're gonna do a great job, okay? And I'm gonna talk about how great you did. That does sound really stressful. I'm sorry. But I guess as long as it's fixed, that means it's all, like, in order now, I hope. And then you can hopefully prevent it from happening in the future. So hopefully it's an experience that you don't have to re-experience. Is what I'm trying to say, I guess. That's good. And at least now you are, well, I don't actually know if you're home. I think you said sometimes you aren't home right now, but able to relax, I hope. This is going to be a little bit of a weird roller coaster, but we're going to have some fun, I guess. Also, that's fair. I hope dinner making goes well. Buttered noodles? There's nothing wrong with buttered noodles. It sounds great. I mean, I'm saying that as like a very, very severe pasta addict, but still. Doesn't make what I said any less true. It just makes it more biased. Poor people food. Eh. I mean, first of all, I don't know why it matters, but secondly, it's not like it's like ramen. Like, people are acting like a jar of Alfredo sauce is luxury, if that's the case. I mean, like, maybe it is. I don't know. But... No, I want the calorie... I mean, I guess I could just move the calorie expenditure line name thing. But I don't love that it's kind of blocked there. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Honestly... I don't know. I am not a red sauce enjoyer, so I would rather have buttered noodles. But, that was actually something that my dad used to eat pretty regularly, was just noodles in tomato soup is what it was. It wasn't even marinara sauce, it was tomato soup. I don't know what I want to do with this. I guess go down. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. We figured it out. Alright, hold on. We gotta make that a little bit longer. Just a little. So that I can do that. And I don't know if this ride is gonna kill people or not, but that's the fun part. The not fun part is being yelled at about entrances and exits all the time. My family does have like a decent family spaghetti sauce recipe that I guess I wouldn't hate on noodles, so I guess you have a point. Where's the second train? There it is. Also, wow, that is exceedingly lame. I cannot open that. I can't. Not in good faith, I'm not gonna let that be the way the park runs. Whoops. Apparently I'm gonna destroy the paths and strand everybody. But I'm gonna call it a marketing tactic. Because that's just the way I am. Okay, let me move this a little bit. Alright, that's gotta be a little bit better, right? I think 9 cars is just too long, actually. Hold on. Maybe that's part of the problem. They should be like 5-car trains. Never mind, that's a little short. 6. Take it or leave it. Yeah, that looks good. That's gonna be the difference between life and death on this roller coaster. What's important is it makes it. Actually, hold on, no. Because this roller coaster has these fancy boosty thingies. And I think I can do that to actually improve this experience. Alright, see you soon. Yeah, like that. That's better. I mean, it's actually not better. That didn't do anything at all. Foiled again. What about 24? Yeah, okay, that's better. I can live with that. Surprise, it's lethal. 20 Gs. That is pretty high for a junior roller coaster. But I'll take it. It's fine. I have a feeling it's right there because of those. Or this part right here. Yeah, it's definitely the positive vertical Gs. Oh well. What's important is I can charge people to ride it, not if it's fun or not. What does this button do? Oh, it is an area tool. I never noticed that before. That's kind of cool, I guess. Okay. Now that we have a real roller coaster, we can make some real money. I'm still kind of at a loss for naming things in this park, though. When in doubt, build scenery. Perfect. No, I want that on the other side. I want to be able to view the boating people as they expend energy to buy more food. Like, from the perspective of the roller coaster. I realize for my current perspective, it doesn't matter. But what does this look like? It looks like nothing, because I can't do that. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. No, that kind of looks stupid. Maybe something like that. Oh, that's a little too tall. Maybe not. Maybe not there. Like, this is gonna work because I'm too stubborn to let it fail, dang it. I just gotta think. I will spend 6 hours on this. I don't care. It's all about making the illusion that this is a stable structure. It's not, but we don't have to tell them that. Alright, I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna do this. Because the further I get into this set of parks that I'm streaming, the more I'm going to want to be able to do Boat 3 on Calorie Expenditure Experience hasn't returned to the docking platform yet. The more I'm going to want to do cooler things. By the end, I want to be the roller coaster tycoon, not just feel like one. I don't understand how this is my problem. Like, if you guys want to get off Calorie Expenditure Experience, just come back? I feel like there's something I'm not understanding. Hold on. Let me play around over here. Okay, so you can make a predefined path, but that seems kind of stupid. Also, why is it only 4 boats? Is that really all I can do? Whatever. I just close it and reopen it. The only thing that does is anger people, but I don't care. Back to more important things, like building columns. This is, not my favorite song in this game, that's for sure. How do I do this? Because, like, that's not good. That's not good enough. Oh, I see what the problem is. There's always going to be a perspective where that happens unless I put these things down. We're getting there. The stubbornness is winning. You just need to give it more time. Yeah, that looks ugly. Unacceptable. Disgraceful, even. Don't even know why you'd suggest it. Yep, that's where I wanted that. How did you know, game? Man, who'd have thought placing these look like bones? These just look like gigantic femurs that I have placed in here. And now my eyes are hurting. How does this work again? I want the outer walls to be on stands. Okay, hold on. That technically means... It sounded like a freaking horror movie tune for a second. At least I thought it did. It's not going to let me build 2 columns now, though. Alright, you know what? Screw the columns. The columns aren't what's important. What's important is something else. But I'm not going to spoil what. That'd be too exciting. Turns out I'm gonna have to, raise this again anyway. Joke's on me, I guess. No. Alright, yep, we're just gonna use walls. Roman walls it is. That really doesn't help. to be honest with you. An octopus, that's kind of cool. And a dolphin fish. Maybe the props should just float. That would be the attraction at that point. Like, what on earth? How did that happen? Whoa, crazy. All right, merry-go-round, you're really building the suspense here. Thank you. Jeez. Feels like I'm at an EDM event or something. I've done it. I've mastered it. I know what to do. If I do the outer walls from every angle, there will be no way to tell, because isometric cameras aren't good enough. We'll fool them. Fool? We'll fool them. Oops, sorry, tree. Unintended casualties. In the name of a greater good. Perfect. You can't tell that that makes no sense. Oh, I wasted a lot of time on that. Anyway, what's next? Oh, next is to pet my kitty. Hey, Nugget. It's cat time. Sadly, I lack a cat camera. So you'll just have to take my word for it that these are some pretty good cats. Wow, my money amount is a really small number. But with books like these, how could we fail? Alright, yeah, I'm technically making money. Barely, but like, I'm technically making money. I don't actually have to worry. Oh, I am getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. Nothing bad happened or anything. It was just a longer family phone call. But I built some stuff while I was on the phone, so that's good. No. We did it. That's it. Game over. The park's done. Time to go home, everybody. Capitalism. I'm not going to stop there. That would be very silly. But hey, objective finished. Sunfish. And a huge sunfish. 1,135 kilograms? Is that what that says? Or is there a decimal point in there? No, that's... Wow. Let's save that fish. That's a good fish. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a second merry-go-round. Now, I know you're thinking that's crazy. No one's ever done something like this. But this one's not gonna be the merry-go-round. To celebrate our capitalism, this is the money-go-round. With a $sign at the beginning and end of the name, because we mean money. Now it looks like a variable in a programming language. Perfect. Do not play music because that will drive me utterly insane. Bright green, like the color of money. Wow, that's painful. That's probably the most money color, if I had to guess. You know, I haven't seen money in a very long time, so... Okay. Hopefully we, like, researched some stuff during that break. I realized, given that I had no money anyways, and there's no time limit, I might as well just unpause the game. But then I realized it looks like I'm silently streaming, so I switched to the other screen. That is a really tall piece of scenery. Wow. But we can definitely make a roller coaster themed around these gigantic things. Let's make a car ride. I don't exactly know where to put it. I guess here's fine. I really want to utilize this river because, I mean, we have it. And I think as the maps go on, part of the fun is going to be in utilizing the scenery in the maps. Because I think early on, they really don't... they don't give you much. The castle map is really hilly, which is just terrible. And then all the other maps that we've played so far are like flat, perfectly flat. It's raining, which means it's raining money. I need to just put a gif of Mr. Krabs up for this stream or something. But it's not my fault, okay? They were the ones that made this the park objective. I'm just doing what they asked me to do. Great. There we go. It's done. I shall call it Ride. And it shall succeed. 15 cars, 20 cars, or no deal. We've got all the money. Can't do this, you're in debt. Oh, that's how life works, huh? I need scenery, dang it. More scenery. Spend all the budget on scenery. We can afford it. My idea for this was just to call it Police Pursuit because we have so much money that we are criminals, most likely. What makes it look like there's like a siren on top of it? I guess that's probably the best I'm gonna get. It would be better if the car was white and that was... that sort of does it. What did that change? I don't think that changed anything. You like this motif? I'm learning to appreciate it more as I go. At first I thought it was really... ugh. How fun is this ride? Is it... well, $1.50 is probably fine. time to waste all of my money on scenery and then complain that I don't have any. Because let's be honest, that's just how it works. I like the idea of an office building. Oh, that costs money to build and remove. Oh no. That wasn't worth it. I like the idea of just a regular modern office complex building right next to a Roman Colosseum, though. It really spoke to me. And unfortunately, it spoke debt. Oh god, these buildings are a disaster. Who let me do this? They should be fired. Can't do that. That requires money. Uh-huh. Yep. Let's just dig a hole in the desert. Here we go. Gas station. Yeah, that's what we want. This is a disaster. Just an utter disaster. Usually deleting scenery gives you money. I don't know why this doesn't. It's terrible. Oh boy, somebody to ban. I love pressing that button. We did it. I want to really make this feel like you're in the middle of a downtown city chase, you know? Good enough. I guess so much for the Roman motif. I just abandoned it in favor of police. That's how it is, you know? Alright, good enough. I don't know. I just work here. Cupcake, why is this thing broken? Get in there. Good job. Way to go. You fixed the thing that isn't named. The one unnamed... Oh, wait, I never named the roller coaster. One of the two unnamed things. What should the roller coaster be named? I don't know. We're just gonna spew some stuff here. We've got Heels of Hermes. Perfect. And, this has gotta be red. No, it's gotta be bright red. Nope, I hate it. It makes me wish I had never done that. That's too much effort. We'll just have the trains be the same color. I don't know what color that is. But it's a color that we're gonna use. Oh, you know what just occurred to me? I never turned the sound on for the guests. That's why this game has been weird the whole time. I figured it out. Okay, hold on. I thought of something that makes me want to redo this. Because if I can make some of the cars red, they could be like, you're the criminals. And then the second car could be the police. But that means I have to do this for every single car, which sounds very miserable. But I'll do it. I'm that dedicated to a bit. At this rate, I should just call this ride Cops and Robbers, though. Also, unfortunately, despite having just done that, I don't like that that does what it does, so I'm gonna go down to 14 cars. That will probably look a little bit better. Sorry, everyone. It was just a joke. What fish do I have? A clownfish. A hyper coaster. Well, if that doesn't excite people, I don't know what will. I never use this, but we're gonna actually utilize the thing that lets you tell people where, or like employees, where they're allowed to be. Where's police officer? Alright, there's no police officer. You're free to go. I wish I knew what this was changing, because it's not changing anything. I kind of wanted the middle of the track to be yellow, like a road, but I can't seem to do that. Yep, that's what I meant. How'd you know? Oh, that's so you can make different parts of the track different colors. Got it. Okay. I was very confused by that. Yeah, I mean, a hypercoaster sounds pretty fun. I'm a sucker for a good wooden roller coaster, though. And this park has a lot of space. Where would I put a wooden roller coaster, though? Here, maybe? We've got the magic carpet now, so that's cool. I want to build a river rapids, though. I'll get to roller coasters eventually, maybe. Actually, I don't know how likely that is. No, that's wrong. Hmm. Hmm. What do you mean I failed to catch a fish? I think the problem is that I need to just not... No. I need to go down. Otherwise they're gonna go at like 2 miles an hour, and that's dumb. Money go round is broken down. So that's just great. Add that to the list of things that are going on. The theming of this park is, I don't know, but I have a bunch of asset packs. Leftover movie props, the musical. I'm thinking... if I keep this up, I might have a thought. Not enough money. That's what we say to people who can't take out a bunch of loans. Yeah, okay, that's where I want it to be. That's something. I invented the something. What could possibly be more Roman than the aqueduct? Nothing, I tell you. Nothing. Alright, yeah, we've got like a little park coming together, I would say. I'd call it a park, if I had to use a word. But, you know, that's... I don't want to use too many labels. Fry shop. Oh, I meant to build that, not cancel that. Well... I wish they had more than 2 statues. But at the same time, I don't know what I'm expecting, because they probably didn't expect you to use Roman theming for the entire park. House in the way. Well, just demolish it. That's what we do with our problematic houses. What determined that this would be the... like, how did this happen? I don't remember telling it to pick these colors. And we got the aqueduct. I still think I should just call that cops and robbers. Also, I'm pretty sure I've already done the money go round joke on a different park, but it's more applicable here. So... it's okay. It's okay to reuse jokes. It's what comedians do. Not that I am a comedian. Honestly, doing stand-up comedy takes a lot of guts, and I admire the people who are able to do it a lot. 'Cause that sounds horrifying. I didn't mean to. No, my ride. Oh no, the money go round needs a green queue line. Oh, these take up entire spots. Well, my bad. I didn't know. I forgot. I thought there were ones that didn't. Oh well. Also, I don't like that these are so tall. I want the shorter ones that I just now realized exist. Perfect. Use the ATMs. Use them. Withdraw more money. I live off those ATM fees. No, not fried rice noodles, although those do sound good. $2.50 for fries. Oh wait, hold on. We have a River Rapids ride that has an on-ride photo, and we are not charging enough for those photos, I assure you. It's like an amusement park in Las Vegas. Yeah, it is. Isn't isn't it like Caesar's Palace or something? That we're trying to do inspiration from here? Caesar's Palace is a Super Nintendo game, but I think it also is a real casino. I don't know, I've never been to Vegas. Something like that. I'm spending so much time on just scenery. It's kind of fun, though. I've never really played around with it. No, my bait. I caught a starfish. Like, I feel like this is the first park that I'm gonna actually want to come back to and build more of later. I don't hate what I have so far. This is very silly, but I don't hate it. I do want a nice wooden roller coaster, but I don't even know where to. I just don't know where to put it. I was hoping building some other stuff would give me inspiration. Like, I could see it being okay here. But I also kind of want it to be one of those really long, winding hill roller coasters. Which means, realistically, it should go, like, way in the back here. And that's just silly. Alright, hold on. What if I do something real weird? We're gonna get crazy. Twist 1. Very creative name, I know. No. That's not how things work. I'm just gonna press this button until I have what I want. Thank you. We're just gonna put it right over the path. Just right here. This is where it's gonna be. And that's gonna be okay, because it can be. Not enough money. That's what they... I don't know, I'm running out of lines to say for being poor. I think that lines up. To be honest with you, I can't tell. It doesn't. Nope, not even a little. We're gonna start building from the back here. See if I could figure something out. But everything's inverted. Sure, I guess. I don't know. But we didn't build an entrance yet, so you know that's a disaster. I don't know. We'll figure it out once we make sure this roller coaster doesn't totally murder people. Because I'm a little worried that it's going a little too fast and people are gonna die. Well, the intensity is very high, but, like, that's not unusable. It's just not recommended. Yeah, whatever. We'll open it. Sure, I guess. Of course, I misaligned this, but, you know, we're getting there. Okay, good. I can build that there, and it does not overwrite the walls of hedges. They're very important. Open it. Charge money for it. I don't have any money, so we need to charge a lot. Man, I did not make this easy, huh? I feel like I should have not built the walls in the color that I did, but they are that color, and I don't really feel like changing it right now. I lied. I'm gonna try to change it. I don't know why, because I don't even know that this is the right color to change it to. Oh no, those people are probably dead. I said that with about as much enthusiasm as I feel is warranted. Now we have like Ant Simulator going on here. We're playing a side game of Sim Ant. I am really bad at doing the park objectives. It makes me really happy that this one basically didn't have an objective. I don't know, something like that. Without blighting the only source of water. I'd say we're doing okay. As long as people aren't, like, spitting gum off the roller coaster into the river, but that sounds like the kind of thing that people would do. So, maybe we're not doing great. Because I definitely remember seeing, like, a bunch of chewed gum on the floor at the amusement park. Which is... I mean, like, not the floor, like the tops of things. Like, I don't know, the equivalent of these things at the amusement park. Like, when you go over them in a roller coaster, there's a bunch of chewed gum on them. It kind of feels like I should build something here. Well, I mean, it basically fits there. That doesn't help my problem of needing to build something here, but... I don't have a good name for a motion simulator. They simulate motion. What more could you want? You think you could just go outside and experience motion? That's not how the world works, kid. That's kind of coming together. We got ourselves a little park. But do I have any interesting fish? A permit? Cool. I like flounders. It's raining at the lake. I don't really know what that means, but... I like all these people that are just stuck here at the end. I worry that there may be too many boats. I think we need to do, like, maybe 15 boats. Well, now what? Now I'm gonna get a cramp in my leg. Ow. I don't like that. I want to make a mine ride, like, over here, but I want it to be centered around the pyramids, so I have to build the pyramids first. Something like that, I guess. And they said building pyramids was hard. I guess there's just not a world where I can make this adjacent. That kind of sucks, but whatever. There's no way that's true, then. I'm just doing something silly. It's the height. The height is the problem. Pyramids get narrower at the top. Do you mean in the game, or like in real life did we build replicas? 'Cause if so, I haven't heard about that, but that seems kind of cool. Yes. I don't have any money. How much loan can you take out on this park? Jeez. I see. That doesn't seem like the kind of thing that Bass Pro Shops would have, but I guess that's interesting. Mine Ride 1 is in the way. Wooden Rollercoaster 1 still hasn't been fixed, which probably just means I need more mechanics. This needs to have brakes or whatever. Just kidding. It can't. What does this even look like? The pyramid is in Tennessee. I'm not gonna lie, I read that as Pyramid of Memphis earlier, and I think I just kind of accepted that. But I see it says something else now. Oh, it is Memphis. There's entirely too many G-forces at the end there. That's gonna kill people, yeah. Well, I mean, Memphis is Tennessee, so I don't know why I didn't trust that. I was like, oh, I must have read it wrong, but no, that's fine. It's allowed. I'll figure that out in a second. Let me build the end of the ride here. I'm never gonna get used to the inverted building. Never. Maybe that'll be better? I don't know. Run it. The city is named after the place in Egypt. I did not know that, actually. That's kind of cool. Huh. That is fun trivia. I love fun trivia. So, like, it's still fast, but surely it's not as deadly. Yeah, intensity is medium. That actually is a really good result. Wow. You're fine. You should probably send it to me on Discord, but like, you're fine. So like, this is gonna be called Pyramid Plunder, but I don't want two P alliterations, so I am in fact gonna change this to Cops and Robbers. Oops. You know, I didn't expect to need to put something in here for some reason. We're just gonna let it say, dashes. I think that's good. There we go. We're celebrating dashes. I just thought it looked nice. I didn't really think that through. Um, 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 um. Man, making parks is hard. I've learned the power of wall illusions. I am unstoppable. The ride has stopped me. How could this have happened? Boat 1 on calorie expenditure experience. Not my problem. I don't even care if this park succeeds. I've already beaten it. I wish there was an Egyptian ceiling. I guess the Egyptians just didn't have ceilings. I like how this looks, but I need to start learning from my mistakes in previous parks. And my mistakes in previous parks tell me to start from the back, not the front. I was gonna say my computer just farted, but that was the sound of me running out of inventory space in the fishing game. Did you send me that thing on Discord? You did. I'm too lazy to put it on stream, but that is pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that. That's actually pretty neat. I don't have a reason to ever go to Memphis, so... No! That was really loud, I'm sorry. I was very distraught about that. That was probably the most emotion I have shown on stream to date. we'll stick with that. And then, I feel like another part of this ride needs to be indoors, so we're gonna make it this part. I like that this park has no theming at all. I just kind of like, I can't say I didn't name anything like in other parks. Like, they have names. It's just there's no consistency. It's just park. That's not the same facing way. Words hard. It make me anger. Uh... Alright, this is kind of hurting my brain. I don't love it. Not gonna lie. How did these end up in such a different spot? Whatever. Good enough. We did it. It's a park. Shh. Nobody will ever know. This is our secret. Look at that. It's a park. I should probably really deal with this fish thing that's been going on, though. I caught a snook. That can't be a real fish. Right? That's not a fish. What is a snook? No, that's a snook, all right. Give me just a second. I'm pulling up the snook. See? It's a snook. Look at that snook. That's a good snook. The chat's kind of in the way, but there's a snook. Anyway. Sell all. No, don't use cheese. I think at this point I'm probably about good on this park. Like, there's a lot of space left. I could do a lot more with this park, but it's been 2.5 hours, and I kind of want to go eat, so... Like, I'm happy with what's here, I guess, is the way to put it. I would maybe actually come back to this park, unlike the other ones where I kind of wanted to never see them again. I don't know what I did, but I think I think I just tricked myself into thinking that was wrong when it wasn't. My bad. That was a big fish. That is a big fish. I'm not sure if that's like a particularly massive cat. No, I think that's just like the size of a snook. Like they're all like that. These are massive fish. Maxing out the very first one because you could. Yeah, I definitely might come back to this, but like, for what it is, I'm happy. This kind of looks stupid, but I experimented, you know? There really isn't much here. I don't feel like this should have taken me 2.5 hours to make, but it did. And that's what matters, right? Yeah. What is my sales in merch per month? Alright, maybe I should come back to this park because I definitely cheated it with the rain. I'm only at 519 at most, and you needed 1,000. I absolutely won because it rained, and that's it. No, not that many people complaining about things being too expensive. People are saying that the tea is really good value, which means our marketing scam worked. Alright, well, let's save this one. Maybe I'll come back to it if I'm feeling up to it. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm gonna go make some dinner, though. Valhalla Point. Yeah, that's a little bit too advanced for me. I'm gonna stick to making walls that almost look functional. Alright, thanks for tuning in, Cupcake. See you later.